subscribers, welcome back. I'm so thrilled to have you guys with me for another pick a card. And a big welcome from Canada for all of the new viewers. If this is the first time you're joining me, my name is Odessa. I'm the Mystic Intuitive Healer, and I deliver messages through the cards that help you to awaken, heal, align, and grow. So in today's reading, I'm going to be figuring out if you are on the right path. So I have 3 piles for you guys to select from. Pile number 1 has the blue kyanite crystal. Pile number 2 has the clear quartz point. And pile number 3 has the satin spar or the selenite stick. So I'm going to give you guys a close-up of the crystals and the cards in just a moment so you can select your pile. But I also want to mention to you guys that I do private readings. So if any of you are interested in getting a reading done, you can go to my website, odessamall.com, where you can find out about my tarot card readings and all of my other services as well. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me. I would be happy to help you figure out what the right service for you is. So with that said, let's get into the reading. Hi, pile number 1, welcome back. So you picked the blue kyanite crystal, and we are going to find out if you are on the right path. I also want to mention I'm running a contest right now. You can win a free reading with me, and if you're interested in participating, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel and then comment on this reading. Then when I reach the milestone of 6,000 subscribers, I will announce the winner on my community tab. All right, so let's see. So the first card you've got is a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries, followed by trust with the Scorpio symbol, basil, and fire. Inspiration, protection, indecision, vigor and victory, dragon fruit, rebel, challenges authority to affect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. And the shadow attribute is rejects legitimate authority out of anger, rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. Triple moon, embracing all aspects of yourself, the divine and the earthly. Dog spirit, be loyal to what you love. And deer spirit, bring a gentle touch. Okay, so pile number 1, it definitely looks to me like you are at a crossroads. You are making a shift right now. You are in a little bit of indecision right now. I think that you're torn between the life that maybe other people want for you and maybe the life that you want for yourself. It kind of feels like you're torn between practicality and passion and creativity. Your intuition is guiding you in a particular direction. Your heart is telling you that there are things that you need to achieve in this life. There are things that only you can birth. And there are things that, you know, you're called to, like it's literally like part of your purpose. But I think that you're a little afraid to take those steps. I think that there are people around you that might be causing you to have doubts. I think that there might be aspects of this where you're wondering if you're just like having wishful thinking, whether you're being delusional. There are people in your life that are just telling you that you're rebelling, you know, like that this is just a phase, that, you know, you will regret it later on, or you'll change your mind later on. And I think that you are going to be pushed to make a decision at some point relatively soon. The energy that I get is that the passion that you have, this inspiration that is sort of like fueling this, I think is going to start to really like bubble up to the surface. Like it's going to become like this overwhelming passion. And I think that where you might still have a little bit of indecision, you're going to start to realize that you're completely protected. You are protected. You are guided. There is a plan in place that your guides are trying to walk you down, but you have to sort of trust them that they have your best interest at heart. And what's strongly coming forward is that you have to understand that it's not all or nothing. That even though you might feel like you're at a crossroads and you may have to decide between, say, like your creative passion and then like the conventional path, it doesn't actually have to be that way. You can actually pursue both, and you can change your mind at any point. And the other thing that's coming forward is that the vision that you have right now is only one aspect of what you're going to be creating. And it's not the complete vision. It's going to evolve and it's going to change. It's like the cycles of the moon. There'll be periods of time where you don't have a clear vision of what you're going to be doing. And then there'll be points in time where everything is illuminated. You are fast approaching a period of your life where it's going to be illuminated. You will see things by the light of the full moon. And you might be able to see connections between both pathways that bridge them so that you can sort of walk between the worlds. You know, it might be a situation where you have you pursue maybe something traditional in your career. And then you have a side hustle. And you have the ability and the patience to do your regular job because it supports your creative endeavors on the weekend. It might be something slightly different than that, but I do feel like you're strongly being encouraged to expand your awareness and think about this instead of an either or, but a bridge, like a partnership between both sides. So let's get some more cards and find out a bit more about whether you are on the right path. So is pile number 1 on the right path? The Magician. Yeah, you are creating your future. There are certain things that you're going to have to take action on, though. That is one of the aspects of the Magician, that it's not all about the thoughts that we have. You have to follow things up with your action in the physical world. You have to pursue things with determination and power. And there's another thing coming forward about networking. So there might be some other people that you need to sort of collaborate with or possibly get advice from. This might be a situation where to really make sure that you have a clear idea about what your future would be like if you decided to just pursue one aspect of this vision, right? So for example, if you decided that you wanted to have your own business and you're gonna walk away from the traditional life or whatever it is that other people are sort of pushing you towards, go and talk to people that are pursuing something similar to your passion project and see what their advice is like. You know, what has their struggle been like? Is it something that they've been able to do full time, or is it just your perception that they're doing it full time? Because a lot of times when people have a lot of creativity and they have passion projects, it isn't necessarily what is fueling them, that's maintaining their livelihood. You know, it might be a situation like an actor who identifies as an actor, but they also have a day job where they, pay their bills based on that. So let's get a bit more insight into if pile number 1 is on the right path. Oh my God. Yes. Ace of Cups, the Empress, the Wheel of Fortune. You are definitely on the right path. You are absolutely on the right path. Whatever your heart is calling you out to do is what you're meant to do. But it's a matter of shifting your perspective of how you're going to create that, how you're going to embody that, how you're going to grow this. And a willingness to allow some things to fall away. That might be a situation where, you know, some aspects of this vision don't align any longer and you're going to have to let that go. It might be a situation where you have to make a move. Maybe you need to go somewhere. I'm going to get a clarifier for the Wheel of Fortune. The Three of Cups. Yeah, I really feel like it has something to do with you collaborating with other people, other technologies, other industries. There is like a partnership that needs to come together. This might be the missing piece of how this comes together, where you feel like you're not on the right path right now because things aren't moving at the speed that you wanted, but it looks like it's the power of three, because you've got the triple moon and then the Three of Cups. It's you coming together with two other elements, either two other people or two other ideas. Maybe you got the Knight of Wands. So when this idea comes through to you, or this alignment that's being highlighted by the fiery climax, don't wait. Take action right away. Make sure that you're moving towards the pursuit of this goal right away. Let's get a couple more cards. Is pile number 1 on the right path? Okay. Oh my God, you got the Wheel of Fortune twice. So this is definitely a really pivotal time. Things are definitely going to be changing rapidly for you. I think that pieces of the puzzle that don't necessarily make sense to you right now are going to come into focus, and you are going to understand things a little bit better than you do now. And maybe even some of the people that aren't supporting you are going to have a clearer idea of what you're trying to achieve. You received the Tower. So there is some major news, some major insight that's going to be taking place for you. This might be a breakthrough in terms of a contract that comes forward to you. You get offered a job, you secure a part, you get a grant, you meet the right person that's going to open up a doorway for you. Can you clarify the Tower, please? Oh, wow. Okay. So you got the Magician again. Then you also got the Six of Wands. So victory, what you've been manifesting, what you've been trying to create, is going to fall into place. And you got the Lovers. So it's either you finally falling in love with yourself and realizing that you have it all. You have all of the skills that you need. Or that it's one of these other people. You know, one of these other people coming in that's going to help you find, you know, the resources or get the alignment that you need. The Nine of Swords has come out though as well, which is indicating that you do have a lot of fear, which is potentially delaying this alignment, this like major breakthrough for you, because this can be unfounded fears. This can be you listening to the doubts of other people, and you know that takes root in your heart, and maybe you don't pursue your passions as vigorously, or you start to waver a little bit and you start thinking, oh well, maybe I'm not going to work on my book, maybe I better research, you know, different graduate schools, you know, like things like that that aren't really in alignment with what you want to be doing, but you're trying to be practical. You're definitely trying to stay in control of things with the Four of Pentacles. You're trying to be wise. You're trying to make the right decisions. I don't think you want to disappoint anyone, and there are definitely people fighting you on this that have a lot of opinions about what you should be doing. And, you know, in your own mind, you're fighting this. But in your heart of hearts, you know the direction you want to go in. And when you finally take those steps forward and you commit to allowing yourself to create based on what your heart is calling you to do, you are going to end up with the 10 of Cups. It might be a slow journey. It might take some sacrifice. It might be difficult at times, but it is going to be so rewarding and so fulfilling and so worth it in the end. And like I said, the overwhelming message that's coming forward is that you can have both, that you don't have to forgo one for the other. So, you know, get a traditional job and start working on your novel on the weekends. Is there anything that you can say about that sacrifice energy, just to conclude this reading? Okay. Yes. You feel like you have to walk away from a lot of the things that you've already invested in. You feel like you have to walk away from the things that you're passionate about, and you have to just succumb to like the traditional and the mundane. But Spirit is saying, no, you can pursue that passion as well. And there's a really good chance that the two are going to blend together at some point. Maybe not today, but that might be what this breakthrough is about. You know, you figuring out how to blend these two pathways that are available to you so that you can have it all. So I would 100% say that you are definitely on the right path, even though things seem cloudy, even though things seem like it's a bit overwhelming and you're unsure. I think a lot of information is going to be coming through to you very soon. It might not all come all at the same time. I have the feeling that it's going to be it'll be many different breakthroughs. There's definitely going to be at least one, if not two, massive epiphanies or huge opportunities that come forward to you. And then after that, it will be things just sort of lining up, like just you will feel like it's a blessing. You will feel like it's a miracle. You know, it might be situations that are alluded to in different tarot card readings or your own intuition, but it is all going to work out better than expected, is what they want me to say. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. This is such a pleasure. I love reading for you guys, and I would love to know what your thoughts on the reading were and how this resonates for you. And of course, this will also help you to enter the contest, and then maybe you can win a free reading with me. So subscribe and comment. And like I was saying before, if any of you guys want to work with me, if you're interested in having a reading, you can go to my website, odessamall.com, and find out all about my services and my pricing and all of that good stuff. And you can always email me if you have any questions. I thank you so much for all of your love and support. It has meant the world to me. I'm so grateful to have amazing people like you support me. And I hope I see you guys in the next reading. Take care. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome back. So you picked the clear quartz point, and these cards are going to let me know if you are currently on the right path. And I also want to mention I'm running a contest right now. If you would like to win a free reading with me, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel and comment on this reading. And then when I reach the milestone of 6,000 subscribers, I will announce the winner on my community tab. So let's get into this reading. The first card that you got is Don't Let Pride Get in Your Way, full moon in Leo. Followed by Advocate, inspires you to put compassion into action, embracing negative causes or committing to causes for personal gain. Followed by Baneberry, all eyes on you, social anxiety. Seahorse Spirit, watch and wait. Negotiation. Trinket 5, manifesting money and income. Duality with the bananas and the water symbol. Hummingbird spirit, be here now. Confidence and family. Okay, so what is coming forward is that you are currently on a path right now where you are in the pursuit of money and income. You are trying to build your financial abundance so that you can have some stability. You might be working diligently towards your career. Maybe you're in school and there are certain things that you want to be able to achieve. And I think there are certain things that you would like to have in your life, and potentially even a certain amount of status that you would like to have. You would like to have people respect you and see you as a leader. And I think that you would like your family to be proud of you. And, you know, for some of you, you might even be in the process of negotiating for a higher salary, or you are applying to new jobs, and you might even be in between two different phases of your life. So it might be in between two different jobs, or you're waiting for a promotion, or you've just finished school and you're entering the workforce, or you're going on to grad school or something like that. There is this overwhelming sense that you have everything that it takes to be a massive success, that you have only to have confidence in yourself and things will like fall into place, that your money can multiply before your very eyes. But for you to be able to do that, you need to make sure that you're pursuing things for the right reasons, that they actually mean something to you, that you are pursuing things for more than just wealth or status, and that you're also being fair to the other people and you when you're negotiating, that you're not turning things down because you feel like you deserve more. An example of this is, you know, you are out of school and you were like top of your class and you are offered a slightly lower salary than you think you deserve, or than compared to some of your, you know, classmates, and it's an entry-level position with like a great company, but you decide to turn it down because of this salary. That might not be the wisest decision, because it looks to me like you need to be able to sort of find that middle ground to really be able to be successful at this particular point in your life. Now, for some of you, this might be a situation where you're negotiating and you're trying to find that balance between what you need and what like other people need. You know, your family, maybe you're married, you have children, and you have certain goals and dreams of things that you want to accomplish. Maybe you want to take a promotion, but it requires a relocation. And to really, like, maybe it's going to bring in more money, but would there be a lot of sacrifice as a result of that? Like, yes, it could potentially bring you more status and more money, but would it have a detrimental effect on, say, like your kids, pulling them out of school, or, your spouse maybe having to leave their job? There feels like there needs to be a negotiation at some point in this progress for you, so that you get the very best out of the pathway that you're on. It seems like you are on the right pathway, but there is the potential that you're going to deviate slightly, and that could potentially make things sort of bittersweet. Now, the other thing that's coming forward is that you do have a tendency to look at the future a lot instead of being here and now. Like you might be like some of the things I'm talking about, like planning and negotiating and like positioning yourself for this great success and the financial abundance that you want. Might be something that you're planning for the future and you're so focused on what's going to be coming towards you that you're missing out on everything that's coming right now. You know, you're not spending enough time with friends and family. Maybe you're not even dating, you're not even in relationships, you're prioritizing your career. And what's coming forward is that you need to have a balance of both. You can have all of this success and you can also have great relationships with your friends and your family and have a romantic connection and have hobbies, and that will actually recharge you and it will help you to look at things from a different perspective so that you can see opportunities maybe where other people don't, or to build up your own confidence, because there definitely is an energy here about anxiety, like anxiety about whether you're good enough or whether you're going to be able to make your dreams a reality. And you definitely will be able to. It's just a matter of confidence. So let's find out a little bit more about you, pile number 2. Is pile number 2 on the right path? Pile number 2 on the right path. Okay, so, all right. Okay, so, amazing. So, you have the 4 of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and then the Moon. So, you are definitely someone who has a lot of ambition, a lot of creative ideas, this innate sense of leadership. You definitely have the potential to be a great boss, to be an entrepreneur. If there is something like that you've been wanting, you've been like looking towards a management position, or you really want to start your own business, absolutely you can do that. You know, you've got the full moon in Leo and then the King of Wands here with the lion, and the lion is a symbol of leadership, guiding people forward. You have what it takes. You will be able to build a solid foundation, and you will be able to celebrate with this 4 of Wands, but you have to remember that you need to have foundations built in other areas of your life. It's not just going to be, you can't just focus on one thing. And right now it looks like you may be focusing predominantly on finances and money and maybe the accumulation of property or possessions. And what needs to happen is you need to diversify and bring in more of the emotional side of things. With the moon is connected to water, and water is connected, and the moon as well is connected to our intuition. So there might be things that you aren't seeing because you're so focused on the financial rewards and the passion. Maybe there are things that are being sacrificed, things that are suffering as a result of this. Maybe there are certain elements of how you see yourself that need to sort of be faced, but there could also be certain illusions. You know, you might have certain ideas about what's going to happen in the future or how you can create this success that might not be realistic. And you need to recenter. Let's get a couple more cards. Can you tell me some more about the moon, please? What can you tell me about the moon? Oh, wow. Okay, so you got the Hierophant, the High Priestess, the Emperor, the 3 of Wands, and then the 10 of Cups. So what's coming forward is like, honestly, you have the capability to be able to have it all. You do have this innate ability to be a leader with the Emperor. But this Emperor can have the tendency to be singularly focused, and you need to be able to remember the 10 of Cups, right? All the emotional fulfillment. And to be able to have a partnership with another person as well, I think is really important. Whether that is your closest friends or whether that is a romantic partnership, that will give you some of like the grounding and the extra power that you need to really be able to manifest everything that you want. Maybe it's the encouragement that you need. Maybe it's the extra support and resources to be able to bring things forward. But there is this energy where you need to sort of like take into consideration the power and the value of the emotional connection that you have with people and how much that can bring to your ability to be a leader and manifest. That this clearing this out, and maybe this has something to do with like a breakdown of a relationship from the past, that is going to be able to help you to manifest your dreams a lot faster. Let's get some final cards and see if there's anything else that you need to know about your pathway. Is pile number 2 on the right path? And is there anything else they need to know about their path and how to align with it? Okay, so the first card that came out is the 5 of Cups, and that was followed by the 9 of Wands, but then the 6 of Wands. So you're definitely on the right path. I just think that you're doubting whether you're on the right path. You're doubting whether you have what it takes. You're feeling like you have to sacrifice a lot, or you're feeling like this is just like the energy. You have to solely focus on your business or solely focus on your career, and there's no room for anything else. But that is a complete illusion, and it's actually causing you to have more suffering than necessary. Bringing in the emotional releases, whether it's a hobby or friendship, is actually going to help you to find more success. It's going to help you to feel less wounded, less battered. And I think that there's opportunities that are around you that you're not seeing because you're so singularly focused on, you know, the things that you've already have to invest all of your energy into. And it's a matter of refocusing. And yes, you're on the right path, but there just needs to be a little bit of fine tuning so that there is more balance, as well as more focus on the here and now, and less worrying about what will come in the future, or how other people see you, or, you know, how you're going to make your dreams a reality. Enjoy the early stages as well, you know, enjoy the planting of the seeds, because you only get that opportunity once. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. This was such a pleasure. I would love to know your thoughts in the comments, and of course that will enter you into the contest. And don't forget, I do personal readings, so if any of you guys are interested in working with me, you can go to odessamall.com and see all of my services and my pricing and my availability, and you can always email me if you have any questions. And I want to thank all of you for supporting me and watching my readings. I am so grateful for all of you. I love you. I hope I see you in the next reading. Have a wonderful day or night. Take care. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome back. So you picked the selenite or the satin spar, and these cards are going to tell me if you guys are on the right path. And I also want to mention you have the opportunity to win a free reading with me. All you have to do to enter is subscribe to the channel and then comment on this reading. And then when I reach the milestone of 6,000 subscribers, I will announce the winner on my community tab. So let's find out what your cards are. The energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon, followed by love, friendship, resistance, Brown bear spirit, take time out. Divine child, innocence, purity, and redemption suggests a special connection with the divine, an inability to defend oneself against negative forces. Then bladderwort, small endings cannot be avoided. Breaking bad habits, self-acceptance, excellent mental health, and letting go of vices. And affection with fire and Taurus and Sorrel. So what's coming forward is that you guys are currently at a crossroads. Everyone has actually sort of been at this crossroads where things are shifting and changing. You are definitely on the right path, but as you progress down your path, I think that it might feel to you like something is dramatically wrong, because I think that you're going to be connecting with your own inner spark, your sense of spirit, having a stronger connection with the spiritual realm, potentially getting more interested in, you know, who you are and why you're here and the bigger questions. And it might create a divide between you and the other people that you were quite close with. It feels like sort of a spiritual awakening is taking place, and you may have already gone through a spiritual awakening in your life, and this is just another aspect of that same transition. It looks like there might be some things that are falling away, and it cannot be avoided because you're being guided down a particular pathway that is going to bring you love and friendship, true affection, and a really strong connection with self and with spirit. But it means that you're going to have to potentially go it alone a little bit, and that might be scary. That might be a little bit, you know, angering to a certain degree. You may have already gone through periods of your life where you were alone and you don't want to go back there. And partially going alone makes it really easy for the shadows to creep in, you know, for you to have to face your own shadow self. You can't escape yourself if you are only with you. And that, I think, is something that you might have been avoiding for a while. All of this is taking place because you're transcending. You are going to be evolving. You're going to be able to see things from a higher perspective and become more radiant and more beautiful and more powerful and more talented. But all of those elements that I just described are already in you. You just don't see it yet. And that is why this is all happening. So you can let go of the things that hold you back. Let go of the people that don't really respect you for who you are, and truly love and accept yourself, all aspects of yourself. The most perfect aspects of yourself, you know, when you are dressed to the nines and you are looking amazing and like you've got those photos that you want to post and you want to show everyone. And those days when you feel like absolute trash and you don't even want to get out of bed and, you know, you feel like crying. Accepting all aspects of you. And when you are able to do that, then it's going to give you an opportunity to start aligning with other people that not only accept themselves that way, but they have the capacity to be able to accept you that way. So although you're on the right path, you are in resistance of walking down this path. You want to choose something else. You've sort of dug in your heels a little bit and you're like, I'm not going to go any further. There might be, you know, people that your intuition are saying like, this person isn't good for you. This relationship isn't good for you. These people don't like have your back, and you're still, you know, spending time with them. You're still like investing a lot of your mental energy into those relationships. You might like put a lot of physical energy into them too. You might have to really maintain the relationships to keep them going. You know, you have to be the one to call and organize things and you have to be the one that is sort of like, you know, maintaining the other people's confidence as well, like giving them a lot of compliments or gifts, or like, you know, like giving them the benefit of the doubt. I feel like Spirit wouldn't be asking you to walk away from these people if they were truly supportive and loving towards you. Like, you're being asked to do this so that something better can come in, something that will, you know, help you to achieve even more greatness. So let's find out a little bit more about the path that you are on. Pile number 3. Is pile number 3 on the right path? Is pile number 3 on the right path? So, like I was saying, yeah, you're at a crossroads with the 2 of Wands. You are still wanting to run with the same pack that you were with before. But Spirit is saying now it's time for you to start weaving a new future for yourself. You know, the people that you were spending time with are possibly a threat to you. You know, they're possibly in competition with you, like I get sort of frenemy energy, or it's possible that these people just don't even really like see you for who you are, like they don't see your heart, like they're not gonna help you to become the best version of you, and you're being, and maybe, you know, you're, you know, in the eyes of Spirit, wasting a little bit of time. Like, you might have these great gifts and talents that, you know, if you would just break free of this, you could dedicate that time and energy to your hobbies, like the book you want to write, or the album that you want to record, or like, you know, the business you want to start. But you're afraid to do that. You're afraid to be on your own, and you're being called to do that. The only way through to like the full fulfillment that you want is to withdraw and spend some of that time on your own. Now, of course, I'm not saying that you have to be literally all by yourself, completely in isolation, but you need to be giving more of this time to yourself. And it's not going to be as bad as you think it's going to be. It's ultimately going to bring you to this energy of victory, where you get to the Chariot, where things are very balanced. You accept, you know, you have radical acceptance for your strengths and your weaknesses. Then you can accept other people for those same strengths and weaknesses. And you then start moving forward towards your goals. And then you start to pick up momentum. And, you know, this might be a situation where you start to like spend more time doing things that you absolutely love. And that's where you meet more of these people that are on the same page as you, that can celebrate these things with you, you know? Like, I just feel like you're missing out on a community that you, if you knew who they were, you wouldn't be holding back at all. Is pile number 3 on the right path? And if not, how can they get there? Yeah, so the first card is the Hanged Fae. So you're being asked to look at things from a different perspective. You've definitely experienced a lot of pain. You've got the 10 of Swords. So there has been painful endings for you. Maybe some of these people have already walked away from you. Maybe people that you thought would always have your back didn't. Relationships that you thought would last the test of time evaporated out of nowhere when you were really in need, when you were going through some sort of ending, and you needed to have support. Those that you thought loved you, you know, proved that they weren't as, you know, reliable or trustworthy as you thought. This might have something to do with your anticipation of how people are going to behave. Like you feel like if you don't put in all of this work, the Ten of Wands, you're just like, if you're not constantly giving to other people, they'll leave you. They won't love you. They won't support you. And that may be the case for some of the people that you're connected with, but that isn't the case for all people. And there's going to be people that come into your life, true lovers of you. But it starts with you loving yourself first. And I think that with the Page of Pentacles, I think that you need to start with just the small indulgences of what you really enjoy in life. You know, going back to basics, like nurturing and comforting and loving self. Like, get rid of anything that you don't really love. Get rid of anything that you don't really enjoy. Distance yourself from anyone that makes you feel bad about loving these things as well. And allow yourself to take a break, to just recharge. You know, if this ending has happened and you haven't fully healed from it, you know, that's okay. You're supported right now by Spirit to allow yourself to go through that. And you will build up the momentum to start charging forward with the Chariot. Okay, let's get a couple more cards. What else does pile number 3 need to do to get into alignment with the right path? What does pile number 3 need to do to get into alignment with the right path? Okay, so, yeah. So there might have already been a real big, you know, fallout for you. You received the Tower, which is talking about things falling away, a great shock taking place. And you received the Seven of Swords. This can be talking about deception and manipulation and people not being honest and trustworthy. You got the Two of Cups in reverse. Like the people that you thought would be there for you, that loved you, hurt you. Or there's the threat of that. And all of this is actually going to end up empowering you. All of this loss, even though it feels like it is a punishment, is actually going to end up helping you to understand yourself better, to communicate more effectively and clearly, to be really honest with yourself about who these people are, to be able to see the red flags. You're going to gain knowledge from all of this. You're going to become the master. You're really going to understand the energy of partnership and love and support and community. And then you're going to be able to deal with anyone who is, you know, potentially difficult to deal with, right? With the, you know, this lion energy coming forward again here with the Strength card. You're not, their words or their actions aren't going to hurt you, and you're going to be able to maintain your dignity and your equilibrium and your passion and your joy, and walk effortlessly through the same world as them, you know, without needing their approval, and potentially even taming the wild beast in them or taming the wild beast within you, so that you don't need the vices or you don't need any of the approval from any of these people to feel good. Like you don't even need other people in your life. You don't need a community to feel okay. But because you're okay being on your own, that's when you're empowered enough to be able to attract the right kind of people to you. And that's when you get a really solid foundation. So you are simultaneously on the right pathway, because Spirit is always guiding you down the right pathway, but you're also in resistance to it. So it's prolonging suffering for you. If you can start to surrender to the energies and you can start to allow your intuition to guide you, even if it's away from people that you care about or situations that you care about, in the long run, you will be more grateful and the rewards will be bigger. So I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I would love to know your thoughts about it. You can let me know in the comments. And of course, don't forget about the contest. Subscribe and comment to participate in that. And if any of you guys are interested in working with me, you can go to my website, odessamal.com, and you'll find all of my services, including all of my tarot information and my availability and my prices and everything there. And if you have any questions or you need help selecting the service, you can feel free to email me and I would be happy to help you sort that out. So have a wonderful day or night. I love you all and I look forward to seeing you in the next reading. Take care.